Hello, everyone. I'm Lopi Clint,
I'm Sumit.
and welcome to
Late
Late
Night
Night
Meditation.
Meditation. As always, it's great to be here online with all of you. Hello, Gina. Hi, Mom. And hello, Hakuzo and Lisa on YouTube, as well as everyone watching on Facebook and Twitch.
Did you do homework?
Yeah, have you guys been doing your homework? Very good. As always, the homework is have relaxation and awareness. It's how we can practice meditation outside the meditation hall. So I hope you all practice that. It'll be a great way to help you keep going. Oh, hello, Neil. Thanks for saying hello on Twitch. Hi, Julie, saying hello from Facebook. And hello, Katie and Edgar, joining us here on Zoom. You know, it's always great that we get to come here and join together, enjoying this time to be here and meditate together. Just recently, I started using Telegram. It's a chatting service, but I found out there's a way to be you can live on that service also. We just tested it right now. Pretty cool. So I'll post that in my QR code later. That way you guys can join in and if you want it in that way. But it's great to be here with you all. As always, when we're about to meditate, remember meditation is all about taking your time, allowing yourself to adjust. It's not super strict and stay still. It's still but comfortable, relaxing. Hello, Gwenyan. Thanks for joining on Facebook. So, as always, feel free to type in the chat into the comments, no matter what you're looking at, whether it be Zoom, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Although on Facebook, let you guys know we are streaming to several pages. So if it doesn't have my face on the top corner, I can't see it right now, but I will see it after. I always go back and reply to you all. As you can always ask questions and wonders or comments, feel free. So, as we're about to meditate together, like I said, take your time, don't force, just relaxation and awareness. So, as always, Mondays and Wednesdays, I let you guys decide how much instruction would you guys like. So, what level would you like? Level 1, kind of for a beginner, level 2, kind of moderate, or level 3, a long silence. Of course, let you know, level 3 is always on Friday. Friday is always level 3. So if you like the long silence, join us on Fridays. But for today, what would you guys like? Go ahead and type in the chat. You can type in 1, 2, 3. Okay, I see a 2. If you're here on Zoom, you can also show your fingers if you like. That's fine too. All right. So far, I see a 2, a 2.5. Okay. Whatever anyone else wants. Okay, that's nice. Yeah. When you start meditating more and more, you're like, it doesn't matter. I'm happy either way. Okay, I see even more 2s. Okay. Very good. Hello, Maria. Thanks for saying hello as well as letting us know how much you like. And Hakuzo and Lisa. Very good. Looks like everyone would like a 2. Very good. As always, it's good to practice and get to meditate together. So, as we practice, today will be indeed level 2, as you guys requested. And even if you're brand new to meditation, take your time. Never have to be perfect in any way. You can just watch us during meditation. Sometimes we're when you're tired, you might start to nod, and it's okay. Nothing's wrong with that. The only problem with sleeping is when you're in a big group and you snore. So, since we're all at home, or at least wherever you're comfortable at, no problem. If you do fall asleep, allow yourself to sleep. So, let's begin our meditation. So, as always, let's get into our perfect position, the position that feels perfect for you. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes. Taking a deep breath. Breathe in the cool, calm, relaxing air. And breathe out all your worries, thoughts, and responsibilities. Just let it all go. Forget about it for the time that we are meditating. Just breathe in, breathe out. Let each breath of fresh air help you become more relaxed, more comfortable. Taking a few more deep breaths, as this is a natural and easy way to relax. And once you are ready, you can return to normal breathing. As relaxation cannot be forced, we have to allow ourselves to relax. So take your time, take it easy. Meditation should never feel like work. It should feel like a mini vacation, an opportunity to relax our body and mind. So take your time relaxing all the muscles in your body, from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. You don't need to force. You don't need to rush. I know I say it a lot, but it's very important to remember. Take your time. As a regular meditator, I understand this very well. I've been meditating for over 25 years, and realizing the more I try to rush, the farther I am from inner peace. But when I finally take my time, I feel like it doesn't really matter, just enjoying right here and now. Suddenly, the peace from within shines out, allowing me to feel that little bit of peace easier and easier. So it's one thing we all need to relearn, review, and remember. Take your time. So as we take our time relaxing the body, allow your mind to take a break also, by simply allowing it to stay with just one thing. Something simple, easy, comfortable. I recommend the full moon because it's bright and shining, but not blinding. It's calming and cooling. But your meditation object can be anything at all, whatever feels easy and comfortable to you. And let your mind rest on that one thing. It's a way to help you focus relaxingly, not forcefully. As many people who start meditating, especially those who don't have a teacher to formally explain, sometimes misunderstand due to the language. In English, the word meditation means to think, to contemplate. But the act of meditating is not to think. to allow ourselves to have our mind clean and clear. But in order to get there, we let our mind rest on one thing, because the nature of the mind can only think of one thing at a time, even though many of you have had that feeling that you've been thinking of many things at once. In truth, you're not actually thinking of many things at once. You're switching from one thing to the next very quickly. Kind of like trying to read several books at the same time. Reading one sentence from one book, then another sentence from another. And it's very confusing and disorienting. And we end up just having a headache. This is why when we meditate, we're learning how to slow down, not trying to switch around so much, not trying to do everything at once, but instead allowing ourselves to do just one thing, and then do that one thing very well. Just like in daily life, if you try to multitask, you might get everything done, but everything's done just okay, just passable. But if you actually took the time to do one by one, each thing would have better quality. Just like how we're practicing now, to let our mind rest, to be still, calm, and peaceful. So let us practice together. Remember, we're practicing. We're not masters. Even masters don't think of themselves as masters. They allow each session to feel like a brand new opportunity to find some peace. So take your time, relax your body, relax your mind. And if your mind begins to wander, it's okay. You are normal. Because our mind likes to wander. It likes to think. So now we start to have our mind calm down to stay with just that one thing. And we let go of everything else, not trying to hold on so tightly. It's very much like carrying groceries. It's all important and essential for our life, the food that we will cook and eat. But carrying it around all over the house is not very beneficial. We usually come home, place them at the counter, and put them away. But our mind is funny. Our thoughts are like those groceries. While it's important, we're not very good at letting go, at placing them down, rather than carrying. So we tend to place them down one by one, while we're still carrying the bag. And it's okay. Practice at your pace. Little by little, you'll finally place the bag down. And just like our mind, even if you're only able to let go of one thought of your hundreds of thousands of thoughts, you still feel the effects. You start to feel the benefits. So take your time, relax your body, relax your mind. And little by little, we'll start to feel little bits of peace. Some more. Araham. Some more. Araham. Some more. Araham. Now, let us continue in silence, letting your mind be calm, clear, and peaceful. Remember, we are balancing our relaxation and awareness. As I mentioned before, we're practicing. Don't think that you're going to be perfect. And because we're practicing, sometimes we slip, sometimes we fall. But that's okay. We always get back up and try again. Just like our balance. Sometimes we lean too far to the right, too far to the left. But when you realize it, we lean back the opposite direction to get us back to the balance. Just like what we're balancing, relaxation and awareness. If you find yourself having too much awareness, you might start to feel tense, uncomfortable. Add relaxation. It will help you find your balance again. On the other hand, if you find yourself feeling drowsy or sleepy, or maybe you're already asleep, very likely you have too much relaxation. And in this case, add more awareness to get us back to our balance. As we practice, some days you might be too relaxed, some days too focused, some days just right, some days not at all. And it's okay. We are practicing to get better and better. If you try to force yourself to be perfect, it might seem okay at first, but in the long run, you'll be too tense to truly go inward. In practicing anything, we must be like living plants. For example, a stick compared to a branch on a tree. If the tree is dead, the branch is stiff. It cannot bend, so it snaps. But in a living tree, the branches will bend. As the wind blows, the branches will bend into the wind, allowing it to stay attached and still be part of the tree. Just like our practice, we have to be like a living tree, not a dead tree. You focus too hard, we snap, we're unable to move forward. Allow yourself to bend, adjust, and you'll find yourself enjoying the breeze in your calm and blissful state. Om Now, let us take in a deep breath and think of our meditation object, bright and clear. Let us begin spreading loving kindness. As spreading loving kindness is like spreading out your heart, sharing this light of peace from within you. So let us visualize our object as we have been doing, allowing the light to get brighter and brighter. As this light is special, all those who touch this light are instantly happier, healthier, and more at peace. So we let this light illuminate our body, filling our body with light. Then let this light shine out from you, filling the room, and filling the city and the surrounding cities, filling the state or province and the surrounding states or provinces, filling the country and the surrounding countries, until filling the entire world, and now throughout the universe. Thinking of our loved ones, our family, our friends, our close and distant relatives, our co-workers, acquaintances, all the people you know, and all the people you don't know, to all sentient beings, all the animals in this world, and even thinking to the heavens, to our friends and relatives who have passed away, wishing well for every one of them. And as we are spreading loving kindness, let us make this wish together for us all to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, to gain wisdom, attain enlightenment, for world peace. Let us take a moment to make our own good wishes. Sabbe Buddha Parabata Pacheka Nanchayang Palang Arahanta Nanchate Jenarakam Pantami Sapaso Sapabuddha Nupavena Sapatama Nupavena Sapasangha Nupavena Sathasoti. One, two, three. Now, very gently and at your own pace, opening your eyes. Take your time as we slowly come back. You can take in a few deep breaths, do a little stretch if you'd like, as we slowly come back. How is everyone feeling? All right. Very good. Right now is a very important time, a time for us to consider. Take that time to check and see what worked, what doesn't work. It's how we continue to improve, to notice those differences little by little. So, of course, if it felt very good, try and do it again. If it felt it was a little challenging, it's okay. Then we don't do it that way again. Allow yourself to adjust, like I mentioned during meditation. So, before we go into questions and comments, but of course, feel free to type in the chat or into the comments if you'd like. I have some words of wisdom to share with you. As in the beginning, I mentioned it's okay if you fall asleep during meditation. It's not that big a deal. But if you do it very often, as in every time you meditate, you fall asleep, then it's time to reanalyze. So, this is a quote from my master, Lompata Mashio, telling us about a sleepy mind. As he tells us, we have to observe whether we feel sleepy because of lack of sleep or because of tiredness. First, check that. If you are indeed sleepy and tired because you haven't had enough sleep, that's okay, that's natural. Your body's tired. But because if we lack sleep, you will feel tired, you'll feel drowsy. So rest for a while. It's okay to sleep. But if we had enough sleep, you're not tired, still feel drowsy. This is where it's because we're placing the mind at the center too softly. Simply put, we're not concentrating enough. We're having too little focus. So concentrate and focus continuously at the center of the body. This way we can defeat our sleepy mind. So as we meditate, yes, feel comfortable, feel at ease, but don't become like this cat and fall asleep. So that's why it's important to have a balance. Relax your body and then relax your mind. Having that balance of both, not just one or the other. Okay? So now I open the floor to you guys. As first, let me say hello, Kanoon. Hi, Sylvia. Thanks for joining in. Oh, hello, Dad. Thanks for joining in also.
Patrick.
Oh yes, hi, Pat. So, I see there's a question from YouTube already. Hakazo was asking, as a monk, you have spoken about no longer being able to drive. How do you set aside the feeling of being dependent on others for transportation or other similar situations? So, yes, in the Dhammakaya temple, the monks don't drive as a sense of, since we are very lucky, we have many followers, many people who can definitely help us out. It's also to stop our naughty monks that want to go and party. Yes, imagine that, monks partying. But whenever I need to travel, the great thing is there's always a way. It's like they say, if there's a will, there's a way. For example, we're going to Toronto. In case you didn't know, yes, we're moving. We're traveling to Canada next week. And of course, one way we could do it, fly. But we have a lot of stuff to carry. It's not really that much, just a carload. And that's for the both of us. We thought, no, I think driving would be a better idea. And then someone was so gracious and very nice to drive from Canada all the way here, and then we'll drive back together, or they'll drive us. So yes, sometimes I feel like I could do something faster, I could do it myself, but it's also a great way of teaching me to slow down. It's okay. You don't have to rush. If you need to be somewhere, okay, in that case, you need to plan ahead. That way you can get there in time. But uh, even today, I got to meet with one of our friends who wanted to treat us out to lunch, and he's been a great teacher to all the monks and staff. He would teach them and let them practice English. So he wanted to treat us to some lunch, and we met at the restaurant. So there were many ways we could go. We could take the train, we could walk. That would take hours, or we could, take the bus. And all ways were possible. And since we were just taking our time, enjoying it, we decided to take a scenic route and take the train. It took longer than the bus did because it quite literally went around back into the city and back out. But we just take that time to slow down, enjoy, because many times when we feel like it's inconvenient, many times those inconveniences are a great lesson to teach us. Even my first year as a monk, I was in a place that was, let us say, not ready in any way. We barely had plumbing. The clean water we drank from the faucet. And food was mostly rice and papaya salad. So there was almost no protein, no fats, no sugars. It was just, we were out in the countryside and during a drought. So it was it was very challenging to live there. But it was a great opportunity to experience and learn and see that I can indeed push through. I can make it. I can survive, even if it's not very easy. And experiences like this help us have encouragement, realizing, oh, we've been through worse. We can do it. No worries. And helping us continue to practice and push forward. But pushing gently, lightly, happily. Thank you for your question. Okay. Oh, Lisa has a question now. What is the punishment for accidentally touching a woman? Ah. Okay, yes. So in the Theravada tradition, the monks were not allowed to touch women. It's not just necessarily a punishment. It's more of the monks themselves will kind of have a little ceremony that we do. It's a way of like asking forgiveness for my misdeed. So if it's like if it's a small thing like this, it's a accident. It's not like going all the way to intercourse. That's a no-no. That's death as a monk. You're no longer a monk, at least in the Theravada tradition, because we're celibate. If you're a monk and then you disrobe, as in you stop being a monk and then you have a family after, no problem, no big deal. It's while you're a monk, during the time that you're practicing, you're in the robes. This is like, we call it the flag of an arahant. It's like the arahant is a person who is enlightened, pretty much. So if you're wearing you're quite literally wearing a uniform of an arahant, and then you act not accordingly, you shouldn't be. And it's really a practice. That's what it is. So there's no real punishment, though. Many times we will tend to go on to like a mandatory retreat to help us start clearing away our mind, to help us get back to that calm instead of going out like that. But this is also why it's okay for monks to disrobe in the Theravada tradition. We see it as, while you're a monk, you did the best you can. We're human. We're not perfect. So if at one time you feel, it's not for me right now, it's okay. Some people leave. And then later on they come back sometimes. Or they end up just being followers and help out. Either way is fine. It's up to what you're able to do at that time. You have to be mindful of yourself. This is the practice that we do in Buddhism and as a monk. Thank you for your questions. Yeah. Yeah, these are some of those things that you don't get to ask normally. For me, feel free to ask. And of course, even for those who come on Zoom, after we end the session, there's even more chances to ask even more. And of course, the QR code opens up to letting you guys chat and contact me and Lupi Sumit, we're always together, quite literally. And then you can always ask us anything. We're always glad to help you out because there's no such thing as a dumb question. That's one thing to realize. There's no such thing as a dumb question. If you don't know, you don't know. And it might be the teacher within me. I feel like even when people ask me a question that most people see, how could you ask that? That's like kind of offensive. I don't see it as offensive. I see it as they just want to know. They don't know. So I share with them. And this is what, when you start to become a teacher, you start to help share wisdom and share peace. You don't get offended as easily as you may have thought you would be. As I know 20 years ago, this would come up first. But after all this practice, I now see it like a teacher helping those who just want to know. So I'm always happy to answer. Of course, I don't know everything, but I'll definitely give you my 2 cents. Okay. Any other questions or wonders today? For those on Facebook, feel free to type into the comments. If I don't see it during the stream, I always go back and reply, as many of you already know. Okay. Well, okay. No questions tonight? No problem. Then, let you guys know, of course, as always, we're always here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, here for late night meditation. Yes, even though this is the last week here, we're going all the way every day. On Saturday, literally the last day I'm here, I'll also still do inner peace time, and we'll get to meditate together. It's the same Zoom room, and of course on YouTube, Facebook. I might start doing Twitch. I might start doing that next time. And of course, if you didn't know yet, we are indeed moving to Toronto, Canada. It's a new chapter in our journey as we want to share peace to the world, one person at a time, to everyone we meet. And we're so fortunate that we got to meet all of you online. Some of you we've met in person. Some of you we've only seen each other through a screen, which is totally fine. One day, we'll get the opportunity to meet in person, I hope. And yes, all the sessions that I do, so the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, late night, as well as inner peace time on Saturdays, I will continue to do them. We will continue to do them. The first week might be a little shaky. The internet might kind of go on and off, but it's okay. We'll still try and make it work. So if for some reason it doesn't work on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch, please join me on Zoom. At least that one tends to use the least amount of internet. And actually in the future, I actually plan to do it on Telegram also. So we'll give that a try. As I just created a channel on Telegram, and I'll start to let everyone know soon. As overall, we're here for you. Thanks to you guys always joining in, sharing with your friends, your family, to help everyone gain peace. This is why more and more people are starting to meditate, to find some peace for themselves and realize it's not as hard as the media shows. We're not rocking around with a stick and ready to hit you, okay? It's something that we all practice together. This way, we can have peace. And indeed, like our temple's motto, world peace through inner peace. Because when we have inner peace, we can finally truly have world peace. So, if there are no other questions or comments, I'd like to give you all a blessing before we go. May you all be blessed with happiness, good health, wealth, success in your lives. May you be surrounded by good friends who will always guide you into light, in times of darkness and in times of need. And when you close your eyes to meditate, may you attain inner peace easily and quickly in every lifetime. So thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you're watching from. And remember, a smile a day keeps the stress away. So everyone, keep smiling. Let's brighten up the world together.
Thank you for joining us and may good energy together.
So see you guys here next time here on
Late Night Meditation.